Hello, welcome back. So by now you all have read through the presentation, and this video will serve to summarize a few main points and make closing remarks. After the introduction, we got into valuation of ecosystem services, where we talked about the need to value those things from Mother Nature, but also the limitations to valuation where issues can arise. And then through that section, there was a video with Jim Hamill, a wildlife biologist of 40 years in the UP, for 40 years in the UP, who talked quite extensively about the UP ecosystem and the deer herd, and he touched on to the cultural aspects of the importance of the deer herd. I'll just read this because I think it's an important point. Hamill makes note of the strong connection to the health of the deer herds and the culture of the UP, and that signifies that the points earlier in the introduction about well-being in nature and how we're very well connected to the two. Moving on, I actually developed attempted to develop a universal construct of sustainability that tied in cultural ecosystem services, and in particular those activities that we do that have ties to cultural heritage. So today I'm actually at a state park that I frequent, Houston Woods State Park, and it represents I'd say a fairly large ecosystem relative to what we have here in southwestern Ohio. It's a couple thousand acres. There's a creek, small river, a lake. Just pretty much all the basics are covered. It's got a really nice lodge that offers cultural options for meeting and spend the night there and hanging out, and there's also places where you can retreat from people and get away. And so right now I'm at a place where there's mountain biking. I think we just actually had a mountain biker go by, and I wanted to kind of compare and contrast just briefly two cultural ecosystem benefits that we see out here. We've got mountain biking, and there's also hunting available here too. You can bow hunt, and I don't want to take away from anything, but I just kind of want to point out that hunting has a tremendous amount of cultural heritage connected to it. It's an older sport, and before it was a sport, as a way of survival. And I think those cultural ecosystem services that have strong ties to cultural heritage can be a catalyst for amplifying our need and our connection, our values to protecting these open spaces that are needed, so we can continue to do these great activities that we enjoy. So lastly, I got into fractal approaches, where we're taking repeating patterns, and kind of the thinking is those get broadcasted in terms of social fractals, and that the broadcasting of that is the values that are based on an interconnectedness between humans and nature, and that kind of wraps up the construct of, once those are those are amplified, um, belief systems can then begin to fully recognize the importance of nature, how we're interconnected to it, and it's not really separate, and that can go a great way towards resolving much of the sustainability crisis. Those two concepts, values and connecting them to Mother Nature through cultural ecosystem services that have strong ties to um, um, cultural heritage. So I won't go any further. I'm sure by now you've been maybe overwhelmed by a lot of the stuff in the presentation. Maybe not overwhelmed, but there was a fair amount of information in the videos. And the goal was to hopefully make this an entertaining presentation and something that you can step away with, that we can all connect to in our lives when we're out there outside enjoying recreation. Thank you.